Yeah, we're heading into our first round one. We have Nexus Plz joining against Winray Quasi-lose game. Jake, do you think that's accurate?
Winray Quasi-lose game?
Yeah.
It's only accurate for me, Chris.
It's only for solo queue, right?
Yeah, only solo queue players can fully understand Winray Quasi-lose game right here. It's taking a look at our pick phase. I'm going to be moving around some of the assets here for everybody. And changing some of the names as we get ready. Buzzwole first picked, by the way.
First pick instantly, yeah. Zacian gone, right? Zacian and Blastoise gone. Those are pretty much the other two top path Pokemon, right? So you're pretty much left with nothing else, really. You're just going to pick up the Buzzwole. And of course, Hoopa as well, still a top tier Pokemon with Inteleon. Just getting that safe bot path in. And also maybe having some jungle invade pressure.
This is going to be really interesting to see what happens with Zacian after these nerfs. When I was first reading the nerfs, it was like 4 a.m. and I was not comprehending that they were talking about removing Zacian's critical hit.
Oh yeah.
Almost kind of like just what they did with Mewtwo Y, almost as bad. And man, I don't know. I'm surprised it has the EX license because now I feel like they're bringing it back down to earth.
Oh, for sure. But this was a very fast draft. We actually have Buze on the Greninja. He's known for this Pokemon. So with X attack as well, we have the Blissey Greninja combo. That's going to be exciting as well. But of course, the right side got that Mean Look Umbreon to shut it down. Also with Mimikyu Unite. It looks very unfun to play against as well.
Yeah, Mimikyu's Unite move is so gross. Obviously, it's a Slowbro Unite, not as good, but then sometimes a little more valuable because it removes the Pokemon in some different ways, and it positions Mimikyu to set up some big KOs or keep Mimikyu alive. It's a weird situation. You'd rather have a Slowbro Unite, but it's a Slowbro-ish Unite on a carry Pokemon, which is pretty nuts.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can you get that reset in as well? Look for the next target. It's going to be a pretty interesting game. We have on the left side again the Greninja coming out in the first round. That's something I'm excited about, but he's up against Leafeon as well. Leafeon has such early game power spikes that, Greninja just has no chance of competing in. You need level 7, and even at level 7, you like one Solar Blade, and every fight you instantly just have to back off and play it much safer again. So yeah.
I have got to get these team names in here. It's Nexus.
Please join. And Winray lose game. But that happens in solo queue, right? People, like, as soon as Rayquaza goes down, they're so confident that they won, and then everyone is just, like, playing around, no one goes to score, and suddenly you lose the game, right?
Yeah.
And we do have a pause. Okay.
Pause for the one.
Heading in the first game. I mean, I could expect a balance patch as well in the first week of February, maybe? Because, like, just UCS starting might not really matter that much to them, because we also have Asia Champions League this weekend, and there's also going to be instant balance patch, so I don't think this matters all too much, honestly. I think there could still be balance patch as well, right at the start of February.
You really never know exactly what they're going to do. And here's Buzzwole doing exactly what Buzzwole wants to do, just walking in, getting those stacks very early. They're not going to be able to do much to push it out. And the Secure actually heads on over to the side of Winray lose the match.
So actually, being able to pull him away, Leafeon hitting level 4 and Solar Blade on level 4 is one of the best, maybe even the best last hitting ability in the game right now. Once you get to level 4, it's so difficult to actually get anything against it, as you have an early gank already from Buze now. Has that wrap up onto Hoopa, and Hoopa doesn't have any ways of getting away right now. Has UC Jackman quite early, still on the chase. Buze really wants his KO, and Blissey goes in and pounds Hoopa onto the head. And actually, first KO here.
Yeah, beautiful KO there by Blissey. And I'm realizing I think I'm slightly ahead of you. I'm at 8 minutes 50 seconds right now.
I'm at 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. As you have Buzzwole going down. Another Blade coming down, and now we also have Chansey also going down. 38, 37, 36.
Maybe you're ahead of me, actually. Man, you're a second
34?
ahead of me, I guess, as Greninja's fighting on this pad right here. And they're pushing in big play rough. Greninja's in a lot of trouble. Grabs that berry. I am actually shocked. Never mind. That Greninja makes it out. Huge Solar Blade takes it down.
Okay, can you count very fast? I'm going to pause and you tell me.
I'm at 8:20, 19, 18, 17, 16.
Okay, 15, perfect. There we go.
14. Here we go. We have Mimikyu in the central area looking for a very sneaky play onto this Greninja, not able to pick up the KO. And actually, I don't know about you, Chris. I'm still in the Shadow Claw camp, but play rough is really incredible, especially in competitive play. Just the ability to not be hit while dealing insane damage is very, very powerful, as this Mimikyu is going to make it all the way to the center area here for these 8-minute birds, which head on over to our orange team as well.
I'm also on the team for Shadow Claw, but you're up against Trevenant, Buzzwole, right? Like, every Shadow Claw probably will be cancelled in team fights, so it's quite difficult, and play rough state going in. And Leafy just making so much use of the early game power spike, goes in with an early Unite already, gets the Solar Blade down, Boozer has to run for his life, as we have another Leaf Blade going in. Solar Blade's gonna miss this time, but basic text will be enough. No, it will not be enough! Boozer actually getting a big KO here onto Leafeon, gets him to level 7, and I'm still looking quite bad now for our purple team, but at least that's something to, you know, come back from.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Nexus at all. However, what a play there. I'm shocked that Greninja actually got that KO, that big boosted attack, taking down that Mimikyu, sliding a lot of experience over to the side of Nexus here, and they desperately need it because they're kind of behind on every front. Greninja now looking for its Unite move as they're continuing this push in the bottom path. We have the Snipe Shot just looking to secure these KOs right here. We almost have a level 9 Inteleon. We almost have a level 9 Mimikyu, as Greninja does not yet have its Unite move running around looking for the secure, and they get it. Come on!
No, Boozer goes in with the Surf, gets the KO, but doesn't quite get anything else to get out of the scenario. They're still gonna lose some members right here. He did go level 9, but just not in time to get Unite move out, as we have 2 more members falling. We have 3 members falling. This Mimikyu is doing so much work on the back line, as we have Blissey trying to live right here, but we finally taken out a triple KO for the Mimikyu in this fight. Greninja, though, again, making something of the worst. Going in with Unite move, looking for something right here, but he gets hit by instant Shadow Seek. Playoff's gonna miss, and yes, Unite move is gone.
An ego Unite move? I mean, is that like, look, I can carry right now? I mean, he's jumping into the enemies. Maybe he just has to use it, but everyone's full health there. I don't know if he's going to pick something up.
Well, Inteleon, if he doesn't have the eject button up, right, he's going to die and he's getting a reset, and maybe he can go for something else, right? And, I mean, I think using Unite moves there is fine if you don't care about Regieleki, right? So it's not going to be another team fight right now. But as we say, that Zonk's getting jumped on. Play Rough's going to be there as well. Mimikyu not enough damage though right now to go through Trevenant, as Busfo is stuck in a bad position now. But no one else is going to foil the beam, but not quite enough damage. Oh wait, he's going in again, the Greninja. Boozer really wants to show off, but just it's still Greninja.
Look, Greninja is a strong carry Pokemon, especially on some of these top players. And it's true. I mean, when you have something this good, you have the potential for big outplays. Here comes Mimikyu once again. Massive play rough. Greninja, they are looking for this KO, but the soft boiled trying to stop it. And there is that Buzzwole picking up Mimikyu, setting him down. Big secure here from Nexus as they start pushing this Regieleki forward. Leafeon looking to do some work here. Big Venusaur Unite move as Regieleki's walking into this goal. I'm guessing Greninja's going to take the points. Yes, they are. Goal going down. And now we're starting to even up the score zone. Greninja Unite coming out. Huge Solar Beam takes down that Hoopa. Inteleon in a lot of trouble right here, but able to pull back using that Unite move. Mimikyu pushing forward here. And somehow this fight swings the other way after it was looking great for Nexus.
What a fight, just so back and forth. But Leafeon and Inteleon able to turn it around in the end. Leafeon also has to improve upright. They want to break the goal. 28 points going. Blissey trying best to defend, but 19 will go in the end. Also, Blissey's going to fall. And that was such a back and forth team fight. But I mean, this game is pretty much both open for both teams to take it. Greninja now level 12 as well. Was able to catch up on experience even ahead of Leafeon right now. And Buzzwole on his way to level 11. And we all know what a level 11 Buzzwole can do, right?
Yeah, it's just one of the biggest power spikes, I swear. Being able to reset that superpower with the muscle gauge is absolutely nuts right here. Regice already at half as we have both teams positioning themselves around this objective. We don't have great secure here on the side of Nexus, as it looks like this thing is just going to be taken. Yeah, pretty easy secure there by Winray lose game.
Another engage is happening as well again. Leafeon jumping forward with the normal Shadow Sneak, actually landing onto Blissey. Mimikyu's going to jump across, but missing the play rough now. I'm not sure if he still got the Shadow Sneak reset, but 3 members down now of our purple team, as we have also have Mimikyu diving even further. This Mimikyu is just popping off. Another play rough as well. On top of Venusaur, can they take him down? Umbreon also flying in now, stunning down the Greninja. Unite was completely going to us. He gets sniped down after landing down. What a shot by Inteleon.
Wow, what a snipe shot. That's one of the saddest snipe shots that you're going to see onto that Greninja, man. So incredibly mean right there. The second it lands with its Unite move, it goes down. I really think Nexus was... I don't know. I understand them kind of ripping right there, but they just have no security. They kind of have Woodhammer, but outside of that, I feel like they're just really setting that up to be stolen here by Winray.
I mean, Buzzwole does have fine last hitting if he really just keeps the superpower, but yeah, it's for sure not too easy, of course. Especially up against Snipe Shot, right? Snipe Shot does so much damage, and the Solar Blade as well. But now we have them actually starting up the Regieleki, as we have Winray lose game, looking for Bob Push instead. If they can Greninja right here, oh, they get Greninja. Huge disaster. That's going to be so many points going in. 50 at least as well. 20. And another, I don't know how many, going to the bank of our orange team.
At least they're able to get this Regieleki, but now they are way behind on points, Chris. 200 points separate these teams right now as we have 30 seconds until Ray. Actually, really good call with that solar beam right there. They knew exactly where Leafeon was, still able to make it home. And this should be a really easy defense here for Win Ray of this Regieleki. They're ahead on points. They're ahead on levels. Except for really one Pokemon that's kind of on parity here, and that is that Greninja. Not yet a level 13 on that Venusaur, which you absolutely want for this final fight so you can get those quick solar beams out.
Hoopa with a 2-8 Unbound right here. They're looking for the win fight already. Maybe they don't care about Rayquaza either, but that's one Hoopa Unbound being used until this way they're going to instantly go for this Ray now. Well, let's see if they can get Ray and actually win the game out of this. It's going to be a 4 against 5, but up against Venusaur, up against the Greninja Unite into Bliss Assistance, so it's going to be a huge combo combo they have to look out for. And Mimikyu is going to have those eyes onto the Greninja to make sure to shut it down with that Unite move as well, as we have them slowly poking it down now.
Yeah, now it seems like we're kind of getting a little more cautious. We've got some positioning here from Nexus. They're kind of in a position to actually take this fight or look for some big secures here. And when you're up by 200 points, you really don't want to give them this Rayquaza, as Rayquaza is still being chipped. It's at half. Here comes the big Greninja Unite. Bliss Assistance looking for the KOs right here, and Leafeon does go down as they continue to push. That's 3 down right now from Nexus. They're in a lot of trouble as they can continue hitting this Ray, pulling back to it. It did start to refresh here, but all 5 members are off the board here for win Ray, lose game, and they're going to lose Ray and possibly lose the game right now as they are running towards these goal zones. The timers are coming up. Umbreon and Hoopa are back, but points are going to start raining in, Chris.
That's 100 for Greninja, 100 for Venusaur, and also 100 for Trevenant. They're in the lead now. Blissey also running to the enemy base. Superpower Buzzword trying to get some more points in, and they do so as well. 200 points going. That's 500 points being scored now by side of Nexus Plz join. And that's the combo I talked about, right? The Greninja and Blissey in the final team fight. Perfect in synergies. Greninja is going so deep for Leafeon. Blissey flies in across the entire map and actually KOs the Leafeon. And from that on, the team fight was just won.
Wow. I've got to say, after they peel off that Hoopa Unite move, and then they start hitting Ray, I feel like they almost just got paralyzed by like what they were going to do in that moment. You know, they didn't have a clear plan, and I feel like after you start burning those Unites and you have a player down, it's time to figure out a way to win this game. With only 10 seconds left, no matter how good this fight goes, there's nothing that they can do right now, as Nexus is going to take game number 1 in a match that, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they were able to pull out a win.
Yeah, Greninja was just always able to still get experience in, which kept them in the game, right? As long as Greninja has that potential for the final team fight and they're not too far behind, there's always a chance. And that's exactly right. He got that KO on Leafeon on top, he got that one Reggie, and just kept them slowly into the game to actually give them a chance to still win it. And yeah, we have a 1-0 lead now for Nexus. Please join.
This is one of my, I don't know if pet peeve is really the right word for this right here, but one of my pet peeves, I guess, because I can't think of another word for it, Chris, is when a team has an advantage and they don't make a decision with it. I feel like they're kind of like waffling, like they're hitting Ray, they're not really hitting Ray, they're trying to pull them in, but now Ray is at half. Like it feels like we're just not making a lot of choices in some moments like that. I love it when a team is more decisive, especially with a 200-point lead. I mean, maybe the plan is wipe this off the board if they want it. I understand what Win Ray was looking for right there, which is for members of Nexus to kind of get out of position and pull them into that fight. But a massive Greninja Unite with a Bliss Assistance right on top really sealed it up.
Yeah, Charizard just lacking at something. It's just like one time if your Unite move gets interrupted in a team fight, the game is just over. It is so difficult. I think it's just the problem that it's like this awkward melee ranged Pokemon, right? Like you are squishy as an attacker, but you still have to walk in to attack something much closer than anyone else does, right? So, and then it doesn't really provide anything for it either. Like it doesn't have, you know, the CC of maybe a Serena or something, or the Buzzwole, if it wants to go in. But it's just like stuck in this awkward range of not having enough range, but also being too, like, doesn't have enough CC to be a melee. So, but I mean, Charizard for sure could. I mean, they had one buff to it, and it's instantly going to be like a top tier Pokemon again.
Absolutely. As we're getting ready right here, I love seeing this A9, especially if this is the build that we're seeing. I wonder how many teams are going to try to bring this into the championship series, bring this into, you know, competitive play. The Aurora Veil buffs, I mean, they're pretty huge. The amount of damage reduction if your team is inside of that Aurora Veil. And now we have our first Dragapult of the day, a Pokemon that in solo queue is without question S tier, in my opinion. But competitive has not been kind to our sort of ADCs for a while. So I'm really interested to see what this looks like.
Yeah, Dragapult is a weird Pokemon. You would think that some, like in a backline, damage dealer as well would be strong in tournaments, but it just gets bursted down so fast. And you can see we have a double Solar Beam team comp, like these long-range attackers are very meta, right? We have Inteleon, Mew, Venusaur was the top-tier Pokemon, and they have so much range. You get hit by one Solar Beam, and you're kind of just gone. Something else just throws an ability your way, and you're going to be gone. And also, it snowballs of getting KOs, and usually in tournament games, you're not going to get too many KOs, right? So your Phantom Force doesn't stack as much, you don't do enough damage, while in solo queue, like, after the first 3 minutes, you already have, like, 60 bonus attack damage or something. So it's for sure a bit different. But yeah, I like to see it. And boost it again, of course. Excellent play. See how we can make it work. We can find those KOs. But the Machamp is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the Machamp is a bit of a head scratcher for me, especially now. It really just feels like so many Pokemon kind of casually walk out of its Unite move. I don't know what exactly has changed inside of Pokemon Unite, but it used to feel a little more impactful. As we're loading into this match, I'm at 957. Is that about right here?
That's about right.
Perfect. Heading into the bottom path, we've got a Slowbro, Mew. That's a really mean lane. But, you know, Umbreon, A9, also a very mean lane here in this
yeah, especially Umbreon can be pretty mean. Yeah, the 9 hit bit I'm still not 100% sure about, because it doesn't really, the only problem it has doesn't really have last hitting, right? Like, the last hitting is alright with Gleam and Veil. You can auto take a lot, you can pressure, but you always have to have someone on your side who can actually secure those last hits, or you're just gonna fall behind in experience.
Great stuff here for our purple team, as not only are they able to pick up some of these, you know, wild Pokemon on the other side and get some stacks for their Buzzwole, they're also able to stop them from stacking with that. Ooh, nice secure there from Blissey with that beautiful Clefable disarming voice, which is a crazy secure for an early supporter.
It for sure is both Blissey and actually Clefable have pretty good early game last hitting. That's why they're also just very popular Pokemon, of course, besides all the healing. But the early game is always quite decent. So Buzzwole actually might not get level 5 right here. No, he does still get level 5. He's going to have the superpower for this first fight. But we have Lil Machamp on level 4.5.
Oh, I worry for this Dragapult right now. They're looking for him, but they missed the grab right there. Very nice. Looking to pick up their first KO for Dragapult. Not able to do it. Buzzwole still wants this action. They still want this fight. They're in a lot of trouble, and they're just looking for Dragapult. They know if they can grab it, they can get something. Instead, this fight is turning around, and they do take down Dragapult. That whole time, just waiting for that one moment. And there you go. This fight is turning around. Can they make something happen here? Yes, they can. As it all goes down, our purple team reigning some points in, winning this fight in a big way, because as I talked about earlier, they have a Buzzwole, and Buzzwole, in my opinion, is pretty broken.
Just a full Master Gauge superpower just completely deleted Dragapult. But I could see it. He was always looking for the eject button superpower on Dragapult. But again, just he didn't really have that decision making to just go for it. But I could feel it, like the Buzzwole wanted to eject button on Dragapult. I could literally feel it. But then it never happened. But then he just slammed the Clefable, I think it was, or the Blissey it was on top of Dragapult, and it got deleted.
Oh man, this is not looking good here for Nexus, but nice big Scald. There's the Electro Ball. Umbreon going down. A9 jumping in here, looking to just feed a KO to the other side. I think you wanted to jump the other way, buddy. Dragapult looking to give another KO as well. Oh no, Dragapult possibly. Nope, getting picked up, set down, big Scald. My goodness, they just can't stop this combination here from Winray.
That's the eject button. Every single time eject button from Buzzwole as well. Dragapult has to be careful. Instantly eject button onto the squishy Pokemon, one superpower, one smackdown, and the Pokemon is so squishy, Dragapult is going to be gone. And now we already have level 8 Buzzwole, but Machamp is currently on 6.5, so a very 2 level difference. And yeah, this early Machamp pick, but I like, what else do you pick really, right into Buzzwole?
I don't know. I don't see much Machamp competitively, so I'm interested in the decision making behind that. In general, I think there are probably better top laners you could go with. I mean, Blastoise, was Blastoise banned?
Yeah, he was banned.
Maybe it was one of the bans. Okay, Blastoise was banned. So yeah, there aren't a ton of options here. Registeel getting very, very low. Looking for a possible steal here. No. I'm surprised that Slowbro got that when I saw a big beam, but fair enough.
David secured. I mean, Ninetales Umbreon tried. You go for the last hit. I mean, in the end, they lose 2 more KOs. I'm not sure if that's worth the attempt, but of course, if they get it, they kind of stay in the game. Because Froppy already, no, Buzzwole flying up to the air, smashes down Dragapult, gets the reset as well, smackdown here onto the Blissey, and Buzzwole's going to 1v3 them, and there's just nothing they can do about it.
Oh, man. Oh, man. What an insane top laner right here. They could have gone for a better score, but they don't even really care right now. They're just absolutely dominating this match. At this point, I feel like they're vibing, Chris, and you kind of see some teams do this, where they're like, yeah, we could have a better score right now, but we're just stuffing points in and we're moving on. Slowbro taking the brunt of this right here as a nice secure happens. Regieleki going to walk towards this tier 2, and this Buzzwole is almost level 11 here. We're ticking over to 10. If they can get 11 and walk towards this tier 2, that's going to be another goal broken. Umbreon Unite move, pushing out, seeing if they can get something. Dragapult needs these KOs right now, but so far nothing has gone down. Finally, one goes down from the side here of Winray, and that's Clefable going down, as now they're going to push towards this tier 2, and they should be able to take this pretty easily here, as they're going to push A9 right off this goal into this Regieleki. Possible fight back here coming from Nexus as they push towards. Yeah, actually, they're going to push them back.
They're trying to defend it, and they actually can, but they're probably lose some more members here. Smackdown here onto Umbreon. He's level 11 already. He's going to have the superpower plus now. And eject button forward here from Dragapult, but it doesn't matter exactly. Like, what are you supposed to do? Get superpowered? And it's just absolutely one-sided now. Complete disaster for Nexus Plz. They're trying, but this Buzzwole is just completely taking over the game. And yeah, the Bliss Assistance came out in their team fight, but it was just not enough this time to actually turn the team fight around. And this is, I feel like, what happens when you pick a lot of very weak early lanes without a lot of pressure, right? You're up against the Buzzwole, up against Slowbro, up against Mew. Those are such strong early game Pokemon. And then you have, I mean, 9 hits is alright. People always think, you know, it's so aggressive early game, but it really doesn't do all too much as long as you have last hitting.
Yeah, the last hitting potential of Ninetales is not as strong as, you know, something like Mew, Slowbro. They went up against a really tough lane to deal with, and obviously you can see they got level gapped pretty good early. No way. Huge Unite move onto the Dragapult. Actually somehow makes it out as they're going to push forward right here. Nice big secure, and this is finally going back the other way, and I think there's a big reason for it. You can see Buzzwole just happens to not be in this fight.
That's 3 KOs already now for Nexus Plz join. They get the Reggie as well. They're going to get a 4th one right here onto Slowbro. And this time we just had Win, Reg, lose game again on the same page. They go forward with Slowbro Unite, but no one really following it up too much except for one Solar Beam. And then we actually have Clefable getting Splash. And I think that actually made them lose the team fight, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He actually got Splash.
It's a very sad Unite move sometimes, as Buzzwole's looking to do some defense right here. That massive combo coming in, missing its superpower though, getting caught, moving in with the Unite move. Venusaur comes in with the Unite move of its own. Buzzwole in trouble, trying to push them back here with a big Solar Beam as they are picking up Umbreon. That's Zoinks, the caster extraordinaire, but he is okay, pulls back out. No, they grab him, bring him back in, get a nice big KO as they are pushing forward in this fight, looking for Dragapult. They're going to find it there with Buzzwole. It goes down. This Buzzwole is absolutely dominating this game, playing front row better than like a defender has most of the time, picking everything up, setting them up for perfect Solar Beams, as Nexus is just going to have to run away from this.
Yeah, Dragapult being a bit too excited, they're going a bit too deep, and again, Buzzwole is instantly punishing it so fast. Zoinks went down, but he kind of sacrificed himself to hope that his team gets out, and the end his team steadily still decided to fight. And it's going to cost them another Regieleki right here, a lot of experience. We already have level 13 for the Venusaur now, we have level 13 for Buzzwole, so... And Dragapult, I mean, I just don't know if the Pokemon really does that much late game either, if he doesn't have any stacks. I'm really not sure. It's nothing I really play a lot either, so... People always like complain about this Pokemon being too overpowered, but I don't really notice it all too much in my games either, so it's really hard to judge this Pokemon sometimes.
You know, there are things, Chris, especially I'm sure you can see from, you know, being one of the best solo queue, if not the best solo queue players in the world. You'll notice that things work solo that don't really pan out competitively, because with any coordination, it's kind of easy to shut down. It kind of reminds me of, you know, Mewtwo Y at some point. If a team is coordinated around it, it's not too difficult to stop it from what it's doing. Same thing with Dragapult right here. It doesn't have a lot of mobility. It's extremely squishy. So one pick from the side of Winray, and all of a sudden their massive carry goes down.
Exactly. Now, final team fight again. Heading here into the final stretch. Let's see if Winray Quasilus game can have a bit of a better final stretch. Don't get fully wiped. They still have a solid point lead. Buzzwole face checking here into Umbreon. This is kind of risky, actually. Could have maybe taken off damage right there. And Buzzwole late game team fights has to be a bit more careful for sure. especially up against a lot of stuns. Machamp looking for the flank runner, they're engaging, but no, he gets super powered instantly, but Smackdown eject button away from. Engaging into Slowbro now, Slowbro Knight onto Umbreon, not the target you actually want. Machamp Unite coming in now, but it's not going to be enough damage. Giant also not really hitting what it wants to do. Bliss Assassin flying in now. Can Dragapult do something on the backside? He knows he's going to get super powered, and yeah, he's done. He's done for. And now the team fight's looking terrible for Orange team right here. Only 9 hits left. As we have also 9 hits going down. This time, 5 KOs for the side of a win Rayquaza lose game. As they're going to start up Rayquaza.
The only thing we have is a Unite move here from Umbreon, but it's really difficult for Umbreon to even get in right now because they know if they are near this, Buzzwole can stop them. Mew with the big secure right there. That Bliss Assistance, I think it was targeted for Dragapult, but Bliss Assistance can be a little tricky depending on what's in your way because that Bliss Assistance hit A9, and that's really not the call in that moment. Unfortunately, they were waiting a long time for that Bliss Assistance to get charged up so that they could make a fight happen here, but it is not going to work out here for Nexus as WinRay is going to tie this thing up. They're going to WinRay win game here in game number 2 with honestly a very commanding win. I doubt we're going to see Machamp, and I doubt we're going to see Dragapult in game 3. Buzzwole, man, 113k, and I mean, you felt it. You felt every single damage point inside that match for sure.
Or like to decide which Pokemon should be banned in tournaments, right? It just doesn't feel good from the outside. It feels weird as a pro player as well, because when you play, you know, the rank mode, those Pokemon are always going to be there, right? So it's always a bit of a different or weird discussion. And I don't think it's a good look at all to have like a Pokemon completely be banned from tournaments, right? It's just like someone who's playing ranked, he's like, but in ranked I have to play against this. Why do pro players not have to deal with this? It's such a weird connection.
It's the joke that I often make, which is like, I'm sorry, so the pro players can't handle Zacian, but apparently my lane Cinderace ally can handle it? Like, come on.
Yeah, right. This is exactly it. So again, we have the Buzzwole first pick now. And yeah, Umbreon, Clefable as well. Like, playing Buzzwole into Gravity is actually absolutely painful. That's for sure something they can look out for. And yes, they're going to just, I think they're going to try to target down those melees already. And again, the Blissey for the 3rd time for Nexus Please join. And Trevenant. I mean, Trevenant is also such a strong Pokemon. Only sometimes it's difficult to get to level 5. But man, in team fights, Trevenant is such a beast.
Here we go. We have the Inteleon coming back out here for WinRay, which is an interesting choice. I feel like Inteleon, the competitive Inteleon, it's cool to see it because it's always been Snipe Shot, except for the brief time Liquidation was completely busted and we saw it in the World Championships. And now that Liquidation is kind of meh compared to what it was, we're definitely going to be seeing Snipe Shots Inteleon all over the places. Possibly our soon-to-be nerfed Bird is coming out here for the side of Nexus. Interesting. We got a Dodrio.
Very interesting for sure.
Dodrio into this. If I saw Umbreon and Clefable on the other side, I would never.
You never what? Wait, you cut out? Hello?
I would never pick Dodrio.
Okay,
because it is my favorite Pokemon in the game, but I would never. If I see Clefable Umbreon, I know my life is going to be miserable.
Oh, for sure. Wait, let me count down time very fast. 45, 43, 42, 41,
40,
40,
39,
39, 38.
Yep.
Okay.
We're good.
So let's have the Delphox actually coming out for Buzzle. 3 different Pokemon in a row.
Am I allowed to be a hater again here, Chris?
Yeah, yes, of course. Of course.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for allowing this. I am not a Delphox fan competitively. I feel like it's not great. I feel like lots of teams try it. I feel like I've seen teams win with it. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I really am not a Delphox fan. I feel like it does way better in uncoordinated play than coordinated. It's just kind of hard to get.
You're cutting out sometimes.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. I think at least unless you stop talking.
No. I'm
okay.
I'm blabbering on about.
Yeah, sometimes you're cutting out a tiny bit. I'm not sure what it is about, but yeah. I mean, Delphox, I agree, because it needs level 11, which can be quite difficult. Like, a game can be over until you get level 11. I do like Fire Blast, Fire Spin, and Bot Path. I think that can be quite good, actually. I think it's just a counter pick to Clefable as well, right? Having Unite move, having the anti-healing reduction item. I think, you know, Clefable struggles against it. I think that might be the reason why they went for it. Besides that, yeah, against Snipe Shot and against Solar Beam, one of those things hit you and you can't team fight anymore. It's so difficult.
Yeah. You know what? I'm dumb. I didn't even notice we have a Lucario here. I didn't even see that. I was too busy talking about how much I didn't like Delphox to see that we have a Lucario in this top path, a Pokemon that we just really don't see much at all anymore, as Buzzwole is moving to the other side of the map here, looking for some early stacks, not able to get that secure, even though Blissey was able to pick it up for the side of our purple team. Lucario looking for us, little secure right here, seeing what they can do, and they're able to get it. Nice.
He gets actually perfectly, almost way to level 5 now. And Lucario's one of those Pokemon who's very 50-50. Either looks amazing or it looks absolutely useless. But against Buzzwole, it can actually kind of hold its own quite well because it also has very good early game. That Meteor Mesh into Quick Attack is very, very strong last hitting. But of course, it still struggles in team fights as well. But it still always has the potential of last hitting. So he actually has E-Speed this game as well. Going aggressive right here, looking for the KO, but can't quite knock out anyone quite yet.
Interesting. They burnt that E-Speed. If I'm on the side of our purple team, I move in very quick right here because you know that E-Speed is on cooldown as he gets it back, moving in, looking for a KO, possibly, yes, picks it up on the chance. He's still only a level 3 right there, pushing them away from this goal. E-Speed Lucario. We have someone trying to flex right now. I feel like this is a show-off build. It's very good in the hands of very good players, but there are like 3 of them in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially up against Trevenant and Buzzwole as well. Like, that is very... he's very confident in playing this Pokemon in this build right now, for sure. As you have Dodrio on level 5 as well now, Drip Pack is available. So actually doing quite well on bot path as well. We didn't even mention this, but it was a bot path Dodrio. Look for the kill right here. He gets it on Umbreon.
Beautiful, beautiful play right there. It's one of those moments where I think Umbreon's like, yeah, I'm safe. There's no way they're going to go for me. And Teleon looking for the KO. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pick it up in the bottom path here as Lucario looking to continue. Yes, they do pick it up as Lucario just continuing to farm here in this top path. Level 7, Buzzwole getting shut down by the top path here between the Clefable and the Lucario.
Level 7 now for Delphox achieved. You're going to have the Flame Charge and Mystical Fire bit, of course. When it comes to Sentry Area, that's the only bit you play. You're not going to see Fire Spin in Sentry Area. More of like a, second attacker bit, similar to like a Pikachu. I'm going to try to go for a push as well right here now. As you have Buzzwole very aggressive with 10 level 7 already though. But they're going to get 30 and 16 points in uncontested. Zoinks just zoning the enemy backline away with those Wood Hammers. And yeah, nice points going in this time. And we have a very even early game so far, for the first time.
Yeah, this early game looks a lot better here from Nexus. They've been struggling with all of their early games, and wow, it's like if I say something, it's not gonna happen. We have a liquidation.
Oh, we have liquidation. Oh, interesting.
I get it because it's great against Dodrio, but in general, I feel like, boy, they've really taken the teeth out of that build the last time I played it. It's a lot weaker than it was.
And there's a massive Delphox who had no landing onto Clefable, Woodhammered as well, and they seem to be first. No, they can't take the objective because Venusaur sniping it away with that Solar Beam. Dive onto Umbreon, at least they're going to get some KOs out of this fight still, and they can maybe break the goal right here with 30 points over cap for Zoinks, as he's going to try to go for it, but they're going to take it for Delphox just to make sure they get those points in. And now we have Dodrio diving in on Tillion again. Can he get the KO? Not quite.
And here we go. Huge score, 39 points in our top path, giving the lead over to Win Ray here, our orange team, as they're getting ready for this Regieleki. Goal in the top path at 76. Zoink's looking to put in a sneaky 30, but it is not going to happen. I do have to say, first off, beautiful Hollowware on that Trevenant. Second, I think Trevenant is actually in an amazing position in this game still, especially after those Lapras nerfs. I think we could see a lot more Trev in the competitive season.
Oh yeah, for sure. But do you see the level difference on Lucario and Buzzwole right now?
Yeah, man, it's pretty massive. I mean, so again, that Lucario did so well in this top path as Regieleki easily going down here and going to push towards this tier 2. They're going to clean up this experience as well. Unite move coming out from the Inteleon, which says to me, we are pushing towards this goal zone. We're going to see what we can do. No jump pads yet. We're at 5 minutes, 40 seconds here. Big gravity as Dodrio's coming in with a huge Unite move and Drill Peck. And there's Delphox pushing back with a Unite move of its own. Lucario's just kind of hanging out, waiting right here. I wonder what their plan is going to be. Lucario could jump in and try to take this fight, but I would be shocked if they're going to get much done.
What a wonderful engage there by Dodrio. That was just picture perfect. Finding the 2 enemy attacker, getting a drill pick onto them as well, and taking both down. And now there's a comeback fight. Tama as well. Stuck in a bad position right now. Would be a lot of experience over. He's going to try to do a Unite move as well, dashing all over the place. Does he have enough damage? Bone Rush back in as well. He gets 1 KO though somehow. Wonderfully dancing around. But in the end, it's still going to be a win. Doesn't matter what for Nexus Plz join us. They pick up a level 11 Lucario. And now we have a level 12 Delphox as well. Actually, highest one in the game. So Nexus Plz join. Still in a great position. They're able to defend the Vigileki. Actually, even also ahead in points still. So Dodrio, they are making a huge difference. And
we're getting ready for this bottom path fight right here, Chris. And I have to say, like, obviously that Lucario was impressive jumping in there, getting a couple KOs, but you called it out. It's a high level Lucario. They gave up a massive KO right there to the side of Nexus. I don't think that's worth it at all. I mean, sure, you looked pretty cool jumping in there and picking up a KO, but when you have a level advantage over your opponents, you are giving up so much by giving up a KO. As they jump back in here looking for a big fight, Buzzwole looking to get a KO, and they do. Inteleon goes down as well. We have Lucario and, no, sorry, not Inteleon. Umbreon goes down. Inteleon actually able to pull out of there as being chased down by this Delphox, and they pick up another KO. Huge fight for Nexus.
4 KOs for the purple team in this fight. This way, connecting Mystical Fire after Mystical Fire with a huge Unite move. And now we head into late game where Lucario's time is just slowly but surely just being done for. It's so difficult to play E-Speed and late game team fights up against, again, Trevenant, Buzzwole as well. He has to find this KO, but he's gonna get Dodrio at least. That's 1 KO. But yeah, gonna need a much more than this to actually stay a chance now in this late game fight. Gotta hope that his attacker do a bit more damage, but this Liquidation Inteleon is just looking, I have to say, it super, super weak.
I totally agree. I think it's a very odd call. It's why I said there was no way we were seeing Liquidation before this match. Yes, it's good into Dodrio. It's very good into Dodrio. But I think, I mean, you hit one snipe shot on a Delphox or something like that, and you are completely changing that fight as well. So I just feel like it's an odd choice right here as we have a Delphox Unite move. Lucario jumping in, trying to see what it can get done, and it does take down that massive level 14, which is going to be huge. Dodrio looking for something, but it gets caught by a mean look, and now they are going to continue this push in this bottom path right here. Points raining in. Goal is gone. Buzzwole looking for something. Misses a big Unite at 250. What are you doing with that Unite move at 250?
Yeah.
That seems like a mistake, but they're going to have to charge it up as quick as they can.
Those are the things where you're just like, did I see a 2 or 3 at the top? And sadly, this time it was a 2. You know, sometimes you ton a bit on those fights. And of course, it's going to cost them quite a lot. He does have a lot of time to maybe farm it back up in time. But yeah, Umbreon almost getting 28 points right here, but Dodrio, again, they've been able to stop Umbreon from pushing in, jump kick across. Mean Look is going to land, and Umbreon's just trying to run away for the hits, actually makes it out alive. Meanwhile, we have the rest of the team picking up a free Registeel, and that is dangerous. Now we actually have level 13 for Inteleon, so Liquidation Plus is there with a Registeel, so that should at least do some damage now, that is for sure. And Lucario 14 up against this level 14 Delphox now.
Yeah, this Lucario is going to be interesting. Obviously, look, they're looking for Delphox. They need to do everything they can to keep this level 15 Delphox alive, but they're pushing really deep right now. Caught by a Solar Beam. Lucario is going to move up and look for it right here. Not able to pick up anything yet. Points moving in. The E-Speed pushing towards this Delphox. As Delphox scores, they're looking for this KO, but Lucario is the one who's caught right now. As we're down here fighting, we see the Liquidation towards this Trevenant. Lucario has to Unite move to continue. Dodrio pushing up. The fight is really happening up at that Luca and Dodrio right there. And we can see it actually went towards mostly the way of our purple team right here. But Lucario, with Lucario down and Inteleon now going down, wow. I'm shocked that actually that Delphox didn't go down there.
And Booza's just dancing around. So many flame charges, Mystic Fight Lane. We currently have a tie in points, 215 to 215. All of all this fight, this was all over the place. Everyone is trying to respawn now. We still have Bliss Assistance up and also the Buzzwole Unite up against only the Clefable Unite. So we have it. We have an advantage for Nexus. Please join. And it was such a close team fight.
Who hit the points first? Do you know?
I'm actually not sure right now. I don't even know who scored, honestly. I just know Delphox scored, but I'm not sure.
We need 1 point to separate these two teams. It's 45 seconds are left, and we might have a draw settle this game right here. They're getting ready for a fight. Both teams know it's close, and I don't think either one knows who's up, and well, they really can't because it is even. Buzzwole finally has this Unite move. There we have the Bliss Assistance, another Delphox Unite move as they are going to push towards this fight. Delphox caught in the mean look, eats the Solar Beam, eats an extreme speed, but it is Clefable who goes down, and the Liquidation picks up the Delphox. Buzzwole looking to do something about Inteleon, and they actually take out Lucario in the process. Another Liquidation KO as Dodrio is moving in. If Dodrio can do something about Inteleon, you know what? They don't even care. They're looking for points right now, and they're so correct. If they're able to score anything, the Liquidation stops it, and it goes down. We have a tie game.
No, Jake, we certainly don't have a tie. No, we don't have a tie, sadly, because Dodrio was able to backcap a bit earlier. And we just have Nexus. Yeah, Dodrio was actually going for the backcap, as we just had Buzzwole and Blissey holding down the front on Rayquaza, which meant that Nexus Please Join actually gets a 2-1 victory right here with that back cap of Dodrio.
Shocking.
Yeah, I mean, that back cap won in the game. Back capping wins games. Well, we know
Don't say that out loud.
It literally won the game. It was, I think, I actually like that decision a lot because they knew it was a close battle, right? So all you have to do is score 1 to 20 points and you're going to win the game. So Dodrio just run towards top path, getting those points in. And the rest of the team are just like, okay, we just fight until we go down. And Bliss assistance, and then Blissey worked overtime to keep the Delphox alive, where the rest of the team was able to fight back. Zoinks also staying alive for a long time. And they're able to defend their goals. And Rayquaza as well, so, I mean, it was for sure a good play.
Wow. What a match right there. I mean, what a final fight too. Obviously, this Lucario putting in a ton of work. Liquidation doing some incredible stuff in those final moments here. And as you talked about, hitting Liquidation Plus really did seem to be the difference maker in that final fight. They actually started to get the damage output they needed to pick up some KOs. Incredible stuff here from these two teams as Nexus is going to move forward right here, winning on a nail biter game number 3.